Let's talk about missions. Let's walk you through what God is doing in our ministry. Journey with us to the mission fields. Allow us saturate your mind and hearts. Get up and close with our close to 2,000 missionaries serving in over 1,600 mission fields in 19 countries across the world. Let us share with you the challenges we face and the victories we've made through the power of God. Let us take you inside EMS.
We are here at Lokoja Aqua Church. This is one of the churches built by EMS of Aqua. There was a missionary here, but then the missionary has been transferred to a different station. Now this church is under the Lokoja DCC in Kogi State. There is need for a pastor or a missionary because at this moment only 3 women are handling the affairs of the church. Now this is a call for a pastor who will come and help shepherd the church.
Imagine a community where clean water is a luxury. Children walk miles to fetch water that isn't even safe to drink. EMS of Aqua changes their story. We drill wells and boreholes and distribute water filters, turning the dreams of safe, clean drinking water into a reality. Join us in writing the next chapter. Support EMS today and help us to make a difference, one soul at a time.
There's always something you can.
I mentioned earlier that this Aqua Church Ogbolao is being taken care of by 3 women. We are lucky to have one of the women here with us. You're welcome, ma. Please, can we get to know you? What's your name, ma?
My name is Mrs. Salome Titi James. Salome Titi James.
Okay. So, ma, please, can you tell us a little background or history about the church, when the church was started?
Okay, when the church was started, I was not with them. That was it in the school, the primary school over there. It was where the church started, but it was not functioning well. So when Pastor Christopher came, it was then they bought this piece of land. Then we tried by to the grace of God, we were able to erect this building on the land, and we have been fellowshipping until they took Christopher away and did not bring any pastor to us again.
Okay, like since when was he transferred from this station?
From February.
Okay, that's this year, 2024. Okay, so since that moment, you've been the one with the other women taking care of the affairs of the church?
Yes.
Okay, so from the time he was around to this time, would you say there has been probably an improvement in the number of people coming to the church, or decrement, or how has his living affected the growth of the church?
It has affected. The church is almost collapsing now. People don't come again. We just when they come, when they say last time. I will look into when I look into their book, I should be able to tell better. That sometimes when Pastor Christopher was here, we do reach 20 people in the church. But now that he left, sometimes 3, 4, even the little children among us, they all ran, leaving me, that my sister and the tutor there, and this mama is not all that well to be in the church every time.
So apart from that, what other challenges are you facing as a church right now without, let's say, a shepherd present?
Without a shepherd, where would the sheep go? If you are not careful, the sheep will be scattered sooner or later. Because we have a place we come from. We come from a church. Like me, I came from UEC church over there. And the other woman came from a Catholic church. The other one that is not fine now. The next, I think, she came from a CFN. So, but since the pastor left, we decided to stay waiting for God until they will bring any pastor.
Okay. So what's the reason why you left? You mentioned that you're a member of another church. What prompted you to come back and then start worshiping here?
What prompted me to come is that there was a day, no, I was preparing to go to church one morning. Then I heard a voice that said I should come here. I should come here. And I started coming. Then I saw the light of God here. I said, instead of being me over there, I will continue with the church. I won't go anywhere again. That's why you see me starting going with the church.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma. So there we have it. This church is in need of a pastor. They are going through a lot because there is no shepherd to help them. These are people who have left where they've been worshiping because they've seen the light of God here, and then they're coming here to worship, and then the person who was helping them is no longer there. So this is a call for a pastor or a missionary to be sent over here to help these people in their walk with God. Thank you very much. Here with me is the LO of IDA LCC. Sir, please, can you kindly introduce yourself to us?
It's a pleasure. You're highly welcome to this home. We did indeed welcome you, and we thank God for the journey mercy granted unto you from the headquarters just down to Lokoja DCC and under precisely IDA LCC. And by name, Reverend Andero Ayodele Solomon of IDA LCC from Aqua Chapel of Mercy Prayer House.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So, sir, can you please tell us a bit about the church here, Christianity here, how Aqua has been faring, and then probably challenges you've been going through in this environment?
We just want to appreciate God. There are challenges, but thus far God has helped us to grant us victory over those challenges, and precisely in Ugbalawo Aqua Church Prayer House, Ugbalawo, and the church came into being through the help of God and through the vision of Aqua Mission Feed. And we can't do it without appreciation the EMS coordinator of Lokoja DCC, who have been our friend right from Igbaja Seminary, a short man like myself. So in the person of Reverend Adwa. So we just want to thank God for the DCC too. And here is Aqua Prayer House, Ugbalawo. And this place came into being since the inception of Pastor Christopher Nehemiah zoom in here for the past 8 years. It has not been easy with this young man. I saw him with vision, a young vibrant man, and God used him through the support of Aqua Goodness, either as some individual, especially Dr. Ebuno from Aqua Goodness and Aqua Goodness Ganaja. I just want to appeal. He is an indigenous of this place. And through Barrister Yaya, a barrister from Aqua Chapel of Mercy Prayer House. So, and with help of this pastor, God has helped me. He endured a lot of times sacrifice here before they could secure this land. They come and slaughter some things at the doorpost, but he kept the vision ongoing. So thus far, God has helped us and helping. We could see the vision, we could see the structure that God enabled to put in place, and through the few member, the retirees, those are widows. Mama that stood beside him, they are pillar behind Pastor Nehemiah process. So they stood their ground to give him maximum support. 3 of them that are pillar member, other are seasonal member, which we are still trusting God. And Pastor Nehemiah labor and rally around to put this structure in place with the support from the LCC and some individuals, as I've said earlier, and either good news. So last year, he has spent a lot of money. I think he has spent 8 years or 10 years when the transfer came in this year. The transfer was supposed to be last year. I pleaded with the EMS coordinator, please don't move from yourself, you want to clean this place, which he danced to our tone, because the young man had to go for loan, sought for loan to roof this place. That's why we are still servicing the loan. So since the transfer of the young man February this year, no pastor yet, to continue the work. So Aqua is trying, but when they move, there are some strategic people. When they move a pastor, there's with immediate effect, a replacement, so that the labor of the heroes will not be in vain. This place have been without a pastor for the past 3 months. I know they are all widows, women. It's little they could do. And look at the distance of the rest is coming down here. So we are calling Aqua to do the needful, sending pastor for this work. Not to go to square one. Thank you.
It was in the 50s that one of the missionaries teaching at Titcomb College prophesied that a time is coming that we are going to have many visitors, and pleading with us that when they come, we must welcome them with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
We saw an influx of northerners. And people call us to tell us that they are settling all over this landscape of Southwest.
Nigeria has suffered a great deal for 13 years and counting. Her people have been afflicted with pain and death by insurgency. Evil has become the order of the day.
Persecution to the believers has not been a new thing. But despite persecution, God has been helping us to use these platforms of church planting.
These insurgencies have made many communities run away from their location.
Many have fled their ancestral homes in search of refuge in other states and neighboring countries. The harsh reality of life hits hard, and many have lost hope.
The influx of northerners, unbelievers who are not Christians, to the southwest, to the southeast, and to all parts of the country in search of succor, in search of food, in search of safety because of the ongoing insurgency.
Although it is an unfortunate situation, but God turned around to good what the devil meant for evil.
We have Muslims and Christians and animists and all settling in one place. This is just so amazing. And our hope is that we are able to plant churches, and believe me, I've seen the opportunities so much. I just feel that we should just stay back here and do nothing but just reach out to these people. If you look at their living conditions, it's very terrible. They are just trying to pick up. You can see new structures emerging. They start from huts of thatch roof, and then they begin to mold blocks and begin to put roof, at the same time looking for food to take care of their families.
God has capitalized on the ongoing insurgencies to isolate the core northerners in a non-hostile environment where we can reach them with the gospel and win and disciple them for Christ.
If we don't evangelize these people are a time bomb.
The communities in which they live are far hidden in the bushes. One would never guess there would be inhabitants living there, far away from civilization. However, a significant number settled among the Yoruba natives.
Not only Yoruba, people from the north are coming down.
Yes, we've seen a large number of villages.
Trooping down to my village.
EMS embarked on a 2-week survey to affirm the claims of the call that came through from the southwest.
EMS department, under the leadership of the director, Reverend Dudu Elisha, you are welcome to our territory here.
He promised me that he was coming back again. And when he comes, he will visit many places. And he does that. Today, I'm happy.
Tí mò ń sọ ni wípé mo dúpẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí irú ètò irú èrò báyìí kó wá sọ́kàn àwọn olórí wa lókè ní Jos, tí wọ́n gbé irú ìhìnrere tó lágbára, èyí tó pa gbogbo wa pọ̀ tá a fi wà níhìn àyìn Ọlọ́run. Irú rẹ̀ ò ṣẹlẹ̀ rí o, ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ pé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ lákòókò tiwa.
The EMS of Aqua started strategizing on how to reach out to the new communities with the good news and also to re-evangelize to the people of the Southwest. It was then that the idea of the Southwest Saturation Campaign was birthed.
The Saturation Campaign is a great initiative of EMS. And that's what we should be thinking of. There are so many of our unreached people's group that in their traditional place of residence will be so difficult to reach.
So remember, the reason why we started doing this was because we really wanted to reach the corner with the gospel, and we discovered that God has opened an opportunity for us to reach the corner with the gospel. And one of those opportunities is that He has moved several Fulani and Hausa and all tribes to the southwest.
The EMS of Aqua took a team of close to 1,000 volunteers from all over the country and all spheres of life, including medical personnel, youth, clergymen, media personnel, businessmen and women, to saturate the Southwest with the gospel of salvation.
Since I started this work in Aqua, I've never seen this before. I bought 5 to 6 vehicles from Kaduna State. Yesterday night, people from Kebbi. Wow. Oh, thank God for Jesus. Thank God for the grace.
The outreach featured one-on-one and house-to-house evangelism, the Jesus Phone, medical outreach.
And we have made tremendous progress just last year that we started the saturation campaign.
God blessed our cause with a bountiful harvest, and souls were won for the kingdom of heaven.
When we had the first outreach, it was very interesting to see how people were coming to Christ in large numbers.
Over 6,000 converts were recorded during the course of the outreach.
Last year we had 66 churches planted, and then we have been able to plant 58 missionaries in these 66 churches, and currently they are doing well, and more churches are springing up in the process. At this moment we have about over 100 to 160 new mission fields that needs missionaries.
Our work has just begun.
Please join us as we continue these saturation campaigns and bring glory to God. Thank you.